What's up, Facebook? What's up, YouTube? What's up, TikTok? And what's up, Sidero? What's going on?
What is up, Jeffrey Jordan?
Not much. Am I lagging like really bad?
You're not lagging at all. Like nothing.
Cool, cool beans. So back, episode of Sistas, um, season 8, episode 3, I think.
Episode 4 showing out.
Episode 4 of showing
Yep,
up. Yeah. Whew. Ready to get right into it?
I am. I want to get right into it starting now and let's go.
Must be exhausting playing the victim all the time.
Okay, first of all, you need to lower your tone and take some of that bass out of your voice.
Oh, so she does have an.
Pause it.
Go ahead.
Did you hear any bass? Did you hear any bass or tone?
That's exactly what I was about to say. There was literally absolutely zero bass in his voice. None. I don't know what the hell she's hearing.
That's a default that people just gotta say just to annoy
Uh-huh.
somebody.
Uh-huh.
That's just a default, which
Yep.
is crazy. Um, side note, I don't know how to peg him though. Like I don't understand. I know he's get one of Gary's henchmen, but usually henchmen aren't that much aren't that invested. Like uh, Gary's like unconscious, so usually I would think they would be like, okay, I just going home.
Well,
But
that's how
okay.
Madam's girl would do.
That's different. Blue's different. Well, you know what? You're correct. You're correct. The only difference is with Madam and Blue, we see the show revolves around them, so to speak. When it comes to Gary, that guy, we really don't see him that often.
You're
That
right.
that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
You're
We just
right.
don't
They
see it.
didn't
So I think you're
the
right.
Blue was given to us or shown to us or introduced to us as that person who will do that. Like
Hmm.
you never even wondered. I mean, for any length of time. If you watched the first couple of episodes, you knew who Blue was. This dude just came in and now we're
Hmm.
just seeing maybe who he is. And he's a little bit too new for us at this point to be you know, standing his ground like that. It's weird.
Yeah, but I guess you're right. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. We just didn't see it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
all right.
Andy, it should be you fighting for your life in that hospital bed, not Gary.
You, Hudson.
I swear, if I
Pause
find out
it.
that you know something about who's.
I mean, not to, I really want the scene to be over. He's like one of those characters talked about in the past with Zatima, like one of those characters that the more he talks, I'm like, he shouldn't have a speaking role. It's like less is more. Like you want that certain characters to have that mystique, and it's like the more he talks, it's kind of like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I feel like he shouldn't have a talking role, maybe just one or two liners, and this is like too much dialogue for this character
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah. I agree.
Stop.
For the last time, I don't know who stabbed Gary, but I am wishing that they come back and stab you next.
Whoa.
Move out of my way.
You.
Well, I got a little hungry, so I went and got something to eat at that place down the street. They make an amazing.
Wait, what kind of security guard leaves the whole
Straight,
hospital and go down the street there? You might as well just not even bother.
straight, like he auditioned for House of Pains, and I was like, you know what? Remember that guy who auditioned? Let's throw him on the episode of Sisters.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
UPN, WB.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I'm getting from him. Lots of fun though.
Let's get them all the way up to BET.
Some freshly squeezed orange juice, but extra pulp. See, a lot of people don't know this, but the pulp reduces the sugar in your blood. You know that?
I did not know that, Officer.
Hey, Clyde.
Dr. Darrow.
You are.
Sir Darrow. Pause it. Is that true? Does pulp reduces sugar in the gut?
Well, it no. Pulp doesn't reduce the sugar, but pulp is normally with the actual juice, and the combination of those two things has a reduction effect. So if you just drink just sugar, I mean just juice, you're just getting all of the sugar and you're gonna get a spike. But if you drink it with this pulp, then yeah, you're not gonna get as much of a spike. But it doesn't reduce the amount of sugar.
I'm pretty sure he drinking like processed orange juice
And I'm sure,
anyway.
right? I'm sure
Like,
that stuff he's drinking don't even matter. He's drinking something out of a
all
carton.
right.
That stuff
I
has
was
more
just,
chemicals in it than we can even imagine. You
I
need to
was
give
just
him
kidding.
something off one of
All
your
right.
trees.
Nah, I'm good. No, it's for me.
Was it about?
Nothing that concerns you.
You were
Oh,
calling Andy, weren't you?
Pause it.
Rob,
Pause it. Pause it, baby. We starting off on the wrong foot already. Starting off on the wrong foot. And I wasn't going to show up because I'm not feeling that well, but she just like she can't help us. Even on this a whole nother program, a whole nother show, she act the same way.
she said nothing that
Lie.
concerns you. Everything in that firm
Wait
concerns.
a minute. Oh, you agree with me? Because I was about to go off. Like who the heck is she? Is nothing that concerns you.
Yeah,
Like she forget her place
I'm
so
blown
quick.
away. I'm blown away by this one.
Nothing that concern. Even though, like we know that he's there to help ultimately. But Jesus, Fatima, this like her knee jerk reaction. That's her authentic self. Because you can be faking for so long. You have the employees that try and fake it, but their authentic self comes out sooner or later,
Yeah.
and she just can't help herself. That's
Yeah,
it.
this is very interesting, Fatima. But I still got your back. But let's bring it down a little bit, please. Please. Just bring it down just a notch here so I can continue to have your back. That was wild. You're on the edge now.
No. But I'm also looking out for her.
so you say.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
oh,
Pause it.
oh.
Like hold on. Demetria says Jeff answered Daryl. I love Fatima, but she is overstepping. What? I'm surprised. First time seeing Demetria comment in but I think I be seeing Demetria talk in on YouTube, and she be letting me have it. But
Oh.
Fatima's tripping. She is tripping for real.
This is getting a little bit hard for even me to defend. So you say, she said. To the boss, so
Hmm.
you say.
Who's the boss? Who's the boss?
Have I did thing to suggest otherwise?
This is, I just got a question. Why the would you do that?
Oh,
Ooh, I did not mean that. Actually, I did mean that, but not like that. That was unprofessional and disrespectful. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
okay. Well, at least she's admitting that it's unprofessional. Can you give her that? Can you?
You know what's even worse when you realize that you're unprofessional, that you got a nasty mouth, that you don't know how to
Well, let's
talk
not go
up
that far.
to your boss. But that's the truth. That's basics. Not using profanity in front of the boss. Who
Or,
doesn't know that?
well, she didn't just use it in front of the boss. She used it about the boss.
All right. But wait a minute, Sir Darryl. Now you flip. Which one are you? Are you for what she just did or not? Because now you flip flopping. And you were talking about me flip flopping
How is that a
sandals.
flip flop? I'm agreeing with like everything you're saying.
That is.
How?
I'm saying. I'm saying. The only reason she's still in those four walls of that job is because Andy is trash. Andy is not a leader. Andy is not firm. That's the only reason Fatima gets away with so much crap. And you know it's the truth. Demetria says Robin wants a professional environment, and she's doing her own thing. He told her before that he didn't want her out there in the lobby. Ooh. she don't have she don't have work. So why couldn't she have went to her office and no one would be the wiser? Stop coming for me, Jeff. Wait a minute. I'm confused with this. What did I do? Let me
You
start this
said,
over.
yeah, you said that she argues with you on YouTube.
I wasn't even sure if this was the same person. Actually, that's. But how did we get to the comment about That's an old episode with Robin wants a professional environment. I agree with that, right?
I mean,
Um,
here's what he's saying.
he told he no well I think she's talking about a different episode. He told her before he didn't want her out there in the lobby. Well, that just happened. That happened in the previous episode and
Yeah, but
just
it's the
now,
same.
right?
It's
Like
the same. It's the same context. So it was his previous episode, but it's the same scene.
she don't
Fatima
have
never
work,
left the
so
lobby
why
after he
couldn't she?
told her to stop being out here in the lobby. She ain't left it yet.
So why couldn't she have went to her
Yeah, why didn't she just
office
go back to
and
her
no one
office
would be
and,
the
and
one?
be on the
I
phone?
agree. Okay, but Demetria, I agree with you. So what you said? Stop coming. I'm not coming for you. I agree
I
with
don't think
you.
that she's saying you coming at her for
I
that.
agree.
I think that she's just saying overall. Demetrius, call in 312-585-7280. Let's clear the air. Let's put Jeff in his place. But I don't think that she is saying that you were coming for her in the same context of what you're reading.
She said, "Stop coming for me, John." Unless I missed something. Well, we can go back to the show. I don't recall doing it. I don't recall saying nothing, and I do should be saying some stuff, but I don't recall saying nothing. Go ahead.
I understand your frustration.
Look, he doesn't like you, me, or Andy. What kind of sense does that make? Damn tax attorney. He don't know nothing about.
I'm sorry. I forgot I got to answer the phone like immediately. Otherwise, it goes out. Call back. Just call back one more time. I will grab it immediately. I gotta
Oh,
take that.
it don't keep ringing.
Well, it's a setting that I gotta turn off. That's my fault.
Oh, that's what people.
Occupied and out of the partner's ears. I need you there to help keep it honest.
Wait, so what Hayden said was true?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna try Jeff. It looks like this person. Oh no, here we go. All right, I was able to do it right this time. Caller, go ahead.
Right.
Hi, this is Demetria.
Hello. Tell Jeff about himself, please.
No, I was talking. I made a comment about the show, but Jeff, I told you stop coming for me because you're always coming for me on the other platform.
Look at you creating drama, Jeff. What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I love that she's acting silly.
Jeff comes for
She's
you
not
where?
being
Where?
professional. She in a law firm. She shouldn't act like that in any office setting.
Yeah, that is crazy what she's doing right now. I gotta admit.
Right. She's doing too much.
Where does Jeff come for you at? Is it on YouTube?
On YouTube.
Jeff,
This is the first time I've seen y'all on Facebook. It came to my feed.
Jeff, you gotta stop it. So let me just so you know, and you and everybody else, we always do this on Facebook, and then we upload it to YouTube. But when you watch it on YouTube, as you're watching now, it ain't quite the same because now you just really get to see the whole thing in clarity. Where on YouTube we got to edit it so we don't get kicked off. But Jeff,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So start like maybe pay a little, like go into our group and like and click around more so that Facebook will start putting us on your feed. But yeah, that's what that is.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have a talk with Jeff off here to let him know about how he needs to stop disrespecting the viewers.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Sorry about the chaos that just ensued.
We got this.
We got this.
Remember, same team.
Same team. Lord, give me strength.
So Fatima handled that. Now she's on the same team with the boss. She did all that. She didn't get fired, and they understand each other a little bit more. I would say he retreated. Fatima put him in his place. He retreated.
Robin?
Yeah. Go, Tima.
Oh, if you say so. If you say so.
How is my favorite new employee? Where you going?
And what?
And I'm your new boss. You better learn how to make a pair of lattes. You want to keep your new boss happy?
Or I can break a pair of legs. How about that?
You know what, Fatima? I'm gonna do something for you. I'm gonna teach you some respect, some professionalism.
Hayden, you can't teach me a damn thing. Get out of my face with this shit.
You know what? I'm really, really looking forward to Andy.
So, how much respect do you think that Fatima needs to have right now to him, since technically he's her boss, but ain't no real way he's gonna be able to fire her? That's not a realistic situation.
Yeah, I mean, and now she knows that. Well, she doesn't really trust Robin yet, but she, I guess, has a sense that Robin is there to help, but he
And Robin is
didn't
clearly
really
trying to impress her. Clearly,
try to impress who.
Fatima, meaning like Robin is trying to show Fatima that I'm trustworthy. He's trying to prove himself to Fatima in a weird way. Otherwise, she'd be fired. Because everything she did a few minutes ago was worthy of being fired.
Yeah, I don't think he's trying to prove nothing to her. It's only because of Andy, you
Well,
know.
it's because of Andy that he's
I
trying to
need to
prove
sign
something
out.
to her.
I don't know about it. I'm gonna sign out and sign back in. Okay.
All right. So this, everybody, is what happens when we have technical difficulties on Perry Necessary. We are watching Sisters season 8, episode 4, showing out. What I was saying to Jeffrey Jordan was that from my perspective, Fatima is I'm talking to the audience. You can just be an audience member for a minute, Jeff. From my perspective, Fatima has a little bit more confidence in her because she just got finished talking to the boss in a way that would get most people fired. The boss, from my perspective, wants to prove to Fatima that he's all good and all on board. That's the reason why she's not fired right now. I think that the fact that he is trying to impress Andy is the reason why he wants to prove this to Fatima. Maybe he's going through Fatima, but that doesn't matter. That gives her all of what she needs to completely disrespect Hayden right now, knowing there will be no consequences for the disrespect of Hayden. That was really my only point.
All right.
Shit, man, the boy's out of control. Now look, you got 5 minutes. This felon about my office, or I'm calling security. Do you understand, Fatima? Fatima,
Yes, Hayden, I understand.
good girl.
He said, "Good girl."
Get my face.
Y'all have a nice day, okay? Good to see you, bro. Bitch.
Pause for a second. So like, not that I care, but nobody saw this through this window. And why they meeting in this Oval Office? Usually, like, Tima doesn't work in her office, right? And like, it's so
Yeah, but they don't. They
strange.
normally meet in that office, even just when it's just two people.
But who's off? But that's not. That's like a conference room that they're both in, right?
Yeah, I don't think they were
And
there
then,
working.
and then
I think they were like having like an impromptu talk meeting.
and then Zach just popped up. Uh, We does he? I've never seen him do that before. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever.
Get up.
Who is it?
That's Paige.
What is he doing here?
I belong here and I can hear you.
What do you want, Paige?
Justice. That's what I want, and it is what I'm gonna get.
She's the one who was working there before, who was up for the promotion. Is that who that is?
Yeah, she got fired. They accused her of something. She got
Justice
fired.
for what?
But I
Sorry, no, go
forgot
ahead.
why. So
Yeah, yeah.
no,
I
no,
forget.
she got accused of something and she was terminated. But I forgot
Yeah.
I forgot what she got accused of. Yeah.
Jobs to random customers at parking. I don't even know what back shots are. I had to look it up on something called UrbanDictionary.com.
Who said that? Why you look at me? It's not my fault that you.
Do you ever go to Urban Dictionary?
Nah.
I'm in the Urban Dictionary, so I would like you to respect the fact that you're talking to Urban Dictionary royalty, sir. That's all.
Awesome.
I feel like I don't get my credit on this show, my due. Your co-host is permanently the Urban Dictionary.
Go to the HR office and give me some proof, some paperwork that you actually work here. Otherwise, the next time you step foot into this bank, I will drag you out myself.
All of it.
What? Yeah, you go. I'm sure you're gonna
I
say
mean,
it.
but shouldn't like Sabrina make the call, like a number that she has like posted in the office on the telephone, the HR hotline, like is it such and such work, you know? Why would you depend on her to print out something that could be fake? I don't get that. That's stupid.
It's nothing to get. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. She's the manager. She first of all, if she does work there, she should be pissed that she wasn't notified preemptively. That's one thing. But secondly, yeah, you gotta make that call. You gotta figure this out yourself. You don't depend on the
Mm-hmm.
employee to print out paperwork to bring you that you now gonna look over and validate and determine whether or not it's true. What the hell?
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I am not trying to advance this career. That this little job serves its purpose as it is.
I guess I don't get it. Karen just got a new shop. Sabrina got promoted at the bank. Andy's up for partner.
It's good for them. What does that have to do with me?
I'm thinking closing a
Pause
sister
it.
circle, putting some blessings in there.
Pause it. Like, part of me understands where where Danny is coming from, but right from the beginning, when he proposed this, when he said, I got you into this workshop," she should have just said, "No, not for me." That's a why let him do all of this talking about. She was asking questions about, what, and when she said it's unpaid, that's a deal breaker. She should have just said, "Listen, that's too much for me. This job is obviously she doesn't look at that job as a career, but she's been there a long time, right? She's
Yeah.
not going anywhere else. So just say I'm content with this job. I don't
This
want to move
position,
forward.
yeah.
I just
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just content being a worker bee. I don't want to progress with this company, and that's that. And anybody can see that she's not the management type. That's just my personal opinion. She doesn't, know how to de-escalate. I could be wrong. She's just good. She's good at what she does because she's done it for so long. Put it that way. But you can tell she don't want to learn nothing new, which is fine. But she should have just told him that. She should have just told Tony, Listen, I don't want this." She don't have to get into all of this BS about what does that have to do with me or my sisters and all that. Just say I don't want it. That's it. She let him do all of this talking and explaining and all. You see what I'm saying, Sir
Mhm.
Darrell?
Yep. Only to
All
throw a
right, go
tantrum
ahead.
at the end.
Yeah.
You can read, and it says right here that Mr. Hudson, who I assume is the white man in the suit, Mr. Hudson does in fact have power of attorney.
Can I see that, Officer Clyde?
Pause it.
Just give it up and go home, Andy. You had enough.
1 second,
Clyde is
Jeffrey
a
Jordan.
oh,
Just 1 second. Caller, go
okay.
ahead. Is the caller there? The caller has hung up.
Hello.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say Clyde is a security officer, right? Security. When he said officer, he's a security guard, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look like he was a police officer. It does look like he was security. Hold on 1 more second, Jeffrey Jordan. Caller, let's try this again.
Okay.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Okay, so here's my question and commentary. So, has this got to be one of the worst depictions? Is this guy a cop or security guard?
That's exactly what we were just arguing over.
Oh, were you? Okay. Now, let me ask you this. The other day, you referenced Pippi Longstocking and these other TV shows of years gone by.
That's my girl. It's my girl.
But isn't this police officer / security guard Is this like a takeoff from Amos and Andy? Do you know what that is, Sir
Oh, I
Dollar?
definitely know Amos and Andy. I'm a huge fan of Amos and Andy, and this does fit right in line. This fits right in line with Amos and Andy.
Isn't this the most one of the most shucking jiving characters ever? Didn't he just say to Andy, "Oh, we got us a nigger lord"? Did he say something? Did he have to
did.
use the N word?
He did.
Did he really?
He said black
No,
nigga.
he didn't. No, he didn't.
I thought my ears
No,
were
he
playing tricks
didn't.
on me.
What
No, he didn't say that.
You're clearly not listening. He said black nigga.
Oh my God.
I didn't hear him say the N word. I
Who
didn't hear
writes
him say
this
the N
stuff?
word.
Come on now. Come on. 2024. We still haven't gotten past that kind of writing. Come on now.
And then add black to the nigga. That's maybe that was supposed to be clever.
This is just too cartoonish for me. You know what I'm saying? I understand we comic relief and all. We got that with Maurice and other characters, but this was just a little over the top. I just had to get that off and see if I was the only one that felt that way.
Yeah.
Or do you enjoy characters like this? I don't know. I just want to ask, just checking.
Yeah, this was wild.
All right, guys, get back to the show. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Are you familiar with Amos and Andy, Jeffrey Jordan?
No, sir.
All right. Don't even bother. Go ahead. Do you remember what you were saying?
I actually totally forgot. So
I think you were when you were asking about him being a police officer or a security guard. Was there a deeper point? Do you know?
No, oh, well, no. I was just saying it wouldn't really matter if he's a police officer or, but it's even worse that he's a security guard going over legal work, and Andy is a freaking lawyer. That's she should have been. She needs to take a second look at it. Like she was gonna take his word. Like he's going over the paperwork. Like, oh, it seems to me that such and such, and
I mean,
looks like
listen,
you
they
gotta
gotta
go.
accept the document presented to them.
As a freaking security guard, you don't make no calls. You stand there and report, and you get the director of the freaking building. You like as a freaking security guard, you're not calling those shots. You're not stamping. You're not approving no paperwork. You're not faxing nothing down. You're not faxing nothing down to DC. Let me fax this down to DC for you. I'm a registered notary. You're not doing none of that as a security
No.
officer. That's it.
But why?
His timing is just suspicious. Man, do you think Robin could have done it?
What, you mean with Gary?
Yes.
Pause.
Mm.
Too much time on her hands.
But what you mean?
Like I wish somebody would record her and play her back when she said, "Well, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do," and somebody plays it back and sees her sitting there with her freaking fiance. I want her to just be like, "Oh crap, you're right." I sat there I stood outside for the first 30, 45 minutes of my day. Now I'm already sitting down on freaking break. And when Hayden said that we never see her in her office working anymore, he wasn't lying. Hayden wasn't like, even though he's jokingly, he wasn't freaking lying. And now her husband is in the inside the not even her sitting down having lunch. I'm surprised Robin hasn't zipped by and be like, "Well, what's this?" Now that would have been good, right?
Maybe.
It would have been good. That's it.
But are you the person that's in charge or what? Help too. This is my salon, and I'd appreciate it if you don't refer to me or my employees as the head. If you calm down, I can help you with it back. Yeah. You want to know what I'd appreciate? If you weren't selling.
Can we talk about this?
That was funny.
I mean, she could just be an angry customer, but do you think there's anybody? I'm trying to think. anybody that's trying to sabotage that brand at Rooster Rich is like somebody's out there trying to sabotage it.
I can't
That,
think
cause
of
that's
any.
what it seems like.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody. Wait a minute. What happened with the old person that there was a guy who worked for her that he ended up leaving, taking her clientele, and did she do something to get them back from him? Something underhanded, or did they just come back naturally?
I can't remember.
But you remember the
I
guy
can't
though,
remember.
right? The
No.
situation. Yeah, I don't know. Outside, I don't know who would be mad.
Annie, that's where we're going now.
Clearly, you don't realize I'm a grown woman. And you want to guide someone so badly. So I just thought I'd remind you that there are children you can guide. Okay? This whole superhero thing, I don't know where you picked up, but you really need to take the cape off. She's like
Pause it.
Captain
Pause it.
Condescending.
Demetrius says, Jeff, no one has tested those products or anything. Yeah, maybe could be right. I know Miss Marie tried them, but
Yeah,
I
but she
think
ain't.
Miss Marie only tried the edge cream. Uh, what was I gonna say with Danny? Uh, do you do you think Danny has a leg to stand on? Is there anything that she's saying that you agree with?
Danny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was just complaining about he's and this is why you don't date somebody in the workspace, especially somebody you're the direct supervisor of. This is exactly why you don't. But so you're saying that you agree with Danny to an extent.
I understand where she's coming from for sure. If somebody were to
I don't. I
initiate
don't.
something, if somebody were to initiate something that they thought was for my betterment, but it meant that I had to do something that I didn't want to do, I'd be very annoyed.
Wait a minute. So the opportunity did he once say you have to do this?
No,
You're doing this, or did
no.
he present it? And then she initially she was like, oh, okay, well, what do I have to do? Showing some interest in it, right? What do I have to do? Then when he gave out some of the details, she was just kind of like, oh well, it don't pay, which is understandable. And then she started going ranting and going into, oh well, I just want to work at this job. I don't want to advance here, which is fine. So just say you don't want to do it. Just say you don't want to do it, and that's that. Not once did he say you need to do this. I'm not gonna be with you. I'm not gonna be with you unless you better yourself. Now that's something to get upset about, right?
That would be.
Okay, but did you once hear him say anything alluding to that?
No, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm
So
saying I understand the
no, what I
frustration.
know, what, how do you? But I'm saying, how do you understand what's not there? That's what I'm saying. She's. I understand what she's saying, but nothing that he said merit. Nothing that he said will bring that on. I don't.
Nothing
What
that
she's saying
most
makes
people
no
say.
sense.
Her reaction is always outside of the context of the way most people would react to things, first of all. But secondly, what I'm saying is I understand that concept of the or that feeling because the way he anytime somebody goes out of their way to do something and then they present this to you, there's a bit of pressure that's going on there. And Danny's personality is the kind that just will fight. That's her first instinct is just to fight. She doesn't have the ability to
Um.
just say, "Oh no, I don't think I want to do that. That doesn't work for me." She doesn't have any ability to do that.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. So now you get to know how she's thinking now. Now you know what makes her think. How do you know?
I've been watching
How
her
come you get
for
to?
8 seasons.
Okay, but I'm okay. Demetria says yes. He should have approached her in private about. He should have approached her in private about that position. Then it's her choice whether she wants to take it or not.
Imagine if right now I told you that I had paid for a cruise for you. And you were going to be gone for like 3 weeks, but this wasn't you didn't have the I didn't check to see whether or not you had the hours. I didn't check to see whether or not you had the ability to leave. I didn't check to see if you even like cruises. But I've already
Totally
gone through the
different.
trouble of booking it for you.
Totally different. Totally different. Totally different. This cost him nothing.
It's not a
A
matter of
cruise is a cost. Yeah, no, wait a minute. No, no. Booking a cruise, booking a cruise and a job opportunity, which we know can be coordinated within the company, you get it, and she has the option to say no. Like, and I do you and to get to Demetrius' comment, do you think do you think she would do this any differently if it was in private? Because no, it was just them at the counter. No one was listening.
Yeah,
Do you
probably
think she would
not.
have took this any different? Probably not. And then to your logic or about booking a cruise, which is a cost, which somewhat kind of locks you in. You would feel bad if you can't go on a cruise and somebody booked it for you, but this costs nothing.
It cost him
This
his
is
time.
just
He told
no,
her,
no,
she
no,
asked him,
no,
you went
no,
through a lot of trouble to
no,
do this.
no, no. All she had to do was say no, no, thank you, and don't waste this man's time by explaining all this stuff. All she had to do was say, you know what, Tony, I don't want to move forward in this company. End of conversation. Don't say, oh well, what do I have to do? What do I have to do? Showing some interest in it, or in it? Oh, okay. And then when he said it's unpaid, that sounds like a deal breaker. Even then, well, you know what? I'm not interested in it. But Jesus, you making it seem like this guy's just giving you ultimate, like I'm, as if he's saying that I'm not gonna be with you unless you make something out of yourself. He didn't say that. Danny, get out of here. That's BS. Soon as he came up with the opportunity, all you had to do was say, "No, thank you, Tony. Thank you so much, but no, thank you." That's it.
So where I think you're wrong
Team.
here, where I think you're wrong here,
Oh,
is you're saying
well, here we
that
go.
she
Here we
is
go.
making it seem like he was behaving in a way like, I don't want to be with you if you don't do this. The reason why I know that's bull is because her reaction, if he did say that, would be on a whole different level. If she
I didn't
thought,
say.
if she thought that's what he was getting at, she would be swinging on him right now. She would be immediately telling him to get out of her life, don't come back. She would be doing the
No,
whole irrational thing. Don't come get your clothes. I'll send your shoes.
you know full and well that's not what I said. I'm saying her reaction. She's acting like that. Why is she acting this way? I'm just saying the guy presented something, but with no hitch, with no, with no quid pro quo. All he, this is something I'm presenting to you. All you have to do is say, no, no, Tony, I don't want that. That's it. End the conversation. Let's go out to dinner later.
She never does that.
I, okay, I know she never does that, but I'm saying from your point of view, couldn't it have been just that simple?
It could have been, but I'm telling you, I still understand the frustration. If somebody would have done
No,
that, well, I'm telling you how I feel. If somebody
I'm
had done
listening.
that,
I'm listening. I'm
if
listening.
somebody had done that for me, is if it, unless I really wanted that thing, I would be frustrated. I wouldn't have necessarily responded the way she did, but I'll be frustrated with the gesture.
But what I don't understand is where's the frustration coming from unless you already let it known that you don't want nothing to do with this company, you already think it's crap, then
The
then
frustration comes
maybe.
from having to
But
navigate this now, having to go around this and knowing that he put all of that effort into it. That's where the frustration comes in.
so you think she's frustrated because of his time, because of his
I
time and
think she's mad
efforts.
because of his time, and I'm saying that I would be frustrated. I don't think she's frustrated. I think she's mad. But yes, because of all of the effort that he put into doing something that she doesn't want.
But if but she's just so stupid because if it was compensated or if it was paid training, sound like she would have done it.
It sounded like she would have
But
considered
just
it.
would have. That's true. She's lousy. She's a bozo. I don't.
Oh, I agree.
I'm
Now
sorry.
we're back in agreement. We're back in agreement now.
But like I said, you can. That's fine. I get it. That's not the company. It's not for you. Even though you've been there a long time. This is just me from the outside looking in. You've been there a long time. You're not going nowhere else. Nobody's gonna put up with your mess. You're not gonna want to learn nothing else. But I understand you don't want to be a leader, which is fine. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Trying to get them nails done, niece.
I.
I love you, girl.
I love you more.
That'll be one thing. Thanks.
I'll just take out your paycheck.
What's that?
Get back to work.
Why is Paige gonna come take my job?
Uh,
They take everything.
take,
Everything.
no.
Just a little
Pause it.
room up in here.
A few comments I forgot. Matt says, "What other career aspirations has Danny ever mentioned? Do you recall any?"
No.
Then he says, "Feel sorry for Sabrina's segment. Get the violins out." Okay, for that segment. Then Matt says, "Sometimes it's the company you keep in your decisions. Maurice got her into a lot of trouble. She doesn't realize that."
Well, she needs
Uh,
to.
yeah,
She the fact that she has not distanced herself from Maurice is right at this point is crazy.
yeah. Sounds like she's talking about like a lot of other stuff in her life, though. I could be wrong.
I know, but
Like
I'm
she's
saying that
always
like the
giving
fact
enough.
would you have anything to do with Maurice? Like if you have a best friend, if your best friend foolishness got you in jail and the way that they was in jail, and then he had an attitude about the whole thing. When you all got through that,
Yeah.
wouldn't the friendship be damaged?
Well, yeah, it would, but the friends that you had in grammar school all the way up, you notice how they dwindled and dwindled and dwindled for
Yeah,
most people, at least for me, and it's down to a small circle. I
yeah.
got one best friend in the world because we real chill people. We think alike. So if you hang around people that's not like you, that's your own fault. You know, I have no sympathy for Sabrina because she continues to hang with him, right?
I agree.
On Sisters. Maurice and Paige are gonna be the death of me. I'm gonna be right back.
I should have let you sell your homemade stuff at my salon. Oh, so now you're trying to backpedal?
The hell are you doing in my office?
Well, hello, Hayden. Did you miss me?
Oh,
Dr. Leach,
he's
is
back.
there any news on when we'll know what's going on here?
What's going on here?
Okay. We see Miss Marie is back. Okay, that's interesting.
Yep.
Uh, with the Gary scene, is that gonna is that gonna push Andy to show some compassion for him? Not that I don't even think that he had to be on his deathbed for her to start having feelings for him again. But do you think this is just gonna tip the tides for her to have some compassion for him?
I mean, I think that the mere fact that, yeah, probably. And the fact that she was sitting there reminiscing and crying and all that stuff, that's probably it already starting.
Wow. So does Jordan disappear in the
Nope. Because she won't be able to admit it out loud. She won't be able to say it out loud.
say what out loud?
About this thing about how she feeling about him. So she's got to pretend like she don't care. She's going to keep pretending. So
So,
Jordan
but
is,
how long? Because she still has to pretend. She still has to pretend to be with Gary. So does that pretending turn into something real?
yes, that's what's going to happen.
What about Robin? Is Robin gonna get a chance to hit that thing again?
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know.
Because he's there fighting for her at the office. Oh, Andy, such a trollop. Um, I'm not even gonna touch on the office with Fatima and Hayden. That is an interesting scene too. But uh, I don't know what to make of that. With you know what with Fatima, Hayden, and Robin. I feel like Fatima's just gonna waste too much time trying to get to the bottom of why Robin's back. That's what I think is gonna happen. Wasting all her time on
Oh,
that.
like she's going to be like the
Which
private investigator?
yeah, because she's already got owns the team, and so her scenes are gonna be like BS to me. That's what I think.
Yeah.
Um, Roots to Riches. Um, Obviously, they're gonna get Andy's legal expertise if she's not busy, just to see what's going on. Because the lady said that they were gonna sue sue them they gave up 400K, which
four
they don't
hundred
have, I
thousand
doubt they.
dollars. They barking
Yeah,
up the wrong tree for that.
I don't know. I don't know how much capital Miss Marie has given up yet, so I don't know.
That's a good point.
She's in. All right, that's all I got. What you rate the episode?
9. It was pretty interesting.
You went kind of high. I'll agree. Yeah, it's not. I'll agree. 9, 9 it is.
Yeah.
Solid episode.
Yes. All right, everybody. Comment, like, subscribe, do all those things so that Jeffrey Jordan will be happy. And we'll see you next time.
Laters.